everyone, and welcome. How are you? You all good? Give us a bit more Richmond roar. That's better. I like that. This table down here is going, no, stuff you, Damien. We're not giving you anything. No, it's good to see you all. Wonderful. Welcome along to the Italian Sports Club in Werribee. Richmond night. We've got Daniel Rioli and Maurice Rioli. They're both very excited to come and see you. We hope that you're excited to see them. Good, thank you. Welcome to That's Good Footy. As I said, it's the only live and interactive footy panel show going around. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. The show for the passionate supporter. That's you guys. Not much convincing there, is there? The show which allows you to see the players be themselves. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's get into it. Richmond show, March the 1st. Please welcome to the show our first panellist. He was born on the 1st of September 2002. He's played a total of 17 games and kicked a total of 16 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2021 when he plays for the Richmond Football Club. He now wears number 10 on his back. Could you please welcome to the show Maurice Rioli Jr.
Tigerland, a fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and skin. If we're behind, then never mind, we'll fight and fight and win.
You guys sang that song way too much, all right? It's all nice to do. I love to hear it. You'll get another chance. She's already going off a nut at me. You'll get another chance, darling. It's coming, all right? Let's get our second panellist out here first, though. He was born on the 16th of April in 1997. He's played a total of 137 games and he's kicked 99 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2016. When he plays for the Richmond Football Club, he wears the number 17 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Daniel Rioli.
Tigerland, a fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and skin. If we're behind, then never mind, we'll fight and win, for we're from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final siren's gone. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold, for we're from Tiger. Yellow and black, we're from Tiger.
Everyone, that was lovely. Nice western suburbs welcome to the boys. That was good of you to actually go through that. Daniel and Maurice, wonderful to have you here. Maurice, your first time on the show. Daniel, about your second or third or fourth. Great to have you back, though. How's everything going? Just in your life, personally, before we get stuck into the show. How are you both?
Oh, I'm good. I'm going well. So off-field, I've got a lovely partner that's looking after me. So. Yes. No, off field's pretty good mentally, so physically a little bit sore because it's pre-season, but now that's all done and dusted now, and round one's just around the corner.
So nice and exciting. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling. How's everything going for you?
Yeah, no, everything's been good. Pretty much same as Daniel. But now I'm living in Hawthorn with my Melbourne family. Yes. Because Daniel kicked me out. No, I'm joking.
Nice.
But nah, it's been good.
You're meant to keep that just out there.
And yeah, everything's been good so far. Nice. So happy.
And you're settling into the new number?
Yeah, it's been awesome wearing number 10. Yeah.
Wonderful stalwart at the Richmond Football Club. We love our Ted. She was appeared on the show quite a few times, which was great to have him along. So nice that you're getting to wear that number as well and show a little bit of respect to the number, and also good to be associated with the Richmond Football Club, that number. Let's get stuck into it though. We want to have a little bit of pre-season discussion and chat. We'll get into it like this, boys. It's a fresh start to 2023. How's the pre-season coming along? You've had a few intra-club games. You've had match sim along with community camps. What's it been like getting out and about and seeing the fans again? I mean, you have your own time once footy's over in September, and then you've got October, November, December, you've got Christmas, New Year, and then you start to come back again. What's it like getting back around the fans? Yeah,
it's obviously really good to see the fans again. Obviously, we've played against each other a few times at the footy club, and now that we get to play against an opposition, and I think we played North Melbourne not too long ago, and to see a pretty much packed North Melbourne Arden Street.
Arden Street, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's pretty awesome, and you kind of can't wait to get back on the MCG now and hear that Tiger Army go off their chops.
Absolutely. Off their chops is a good description. Obviously coming around March 16, first game back, we'll get into that. One thing I did want to discuss, you're going to be playing at the MCG, obviously. Great you're not playing at Arden Street because that wind, that howling wind that you had for your practice match the other day, what was it like out there for you?
Yeah, it was obviously pretty weird, like punt road. There's no wind at all. And, I asked one of the players, actually, I was playing on, Curtis, the young Curtis that plays in the forward line.
Right.
I was asking him, is it normally windy out here? He's like, not really, this is the first time. So I think that's just part of it, and it's good to get the cobwebs out and, just, get some bodies, hit some bodies. And
touch and feel, all that sort of thing.
It's all good, all part of it, and obviously gets us ready for round one, and, any weather can come out of nowhere, so you got to be prepared for that, and that was one of the reasons that the wind was there, and you just got to get through it.
I just found it interesting because a lot of the games across the weekend, I know St Kilda played down at RSEA Park, so there was a wind that they had to deal with. Essendon played Gold Coast, so there was the wind that they had to deal with. It seems to be all along the eastern seaboard that everyone was suffering through it, but it was a strange kind of match simulation in order to play under those conditions. Not something you'd normally be used to. And for you, Morris, what was it?
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, as a forward, you're trying to have a set shot and the wind is blowing the ball away, so it's annoying. And then I hear Daniel on the bench saying, aim for the left. So,
words of encouragement, you've got to take that. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, you had your first real hit out last Friday against North. Now, now that that's been, what was the take from it? What was the actual Dimmer's take from it, from a coach's point of view? What did he say to you boys after that hit out? What was like the focuses as well?
No, obviously we had like a game plan that we want to try and knuckle down on and try and get through that. And we obviously had some match scenarios that if it is a draw, if it's, if we're up by a point or 2 points.
2 minutes thing,
so we just try to get through those areas. Yep. And I think we did really well in those areas. And but like I said, pre-season games are always the focus of trying to get your game plan right at the start, but all about having fun at the same time.
Absolutely.
And, getting the cobwebs out are the main thing. So it's frustrating at times, but you have to deal with it.
For sure. And so what did Dimmer take from it? What was his final message to you boys?
Just go out there and have fun. And obviously after the game as well, he didn't speak too much about how we played or whatnot, so it was about just have your shower, go off and
good.
do whatever you want.
Saying there's heaps of learnings from the game, so
good.
So it's you play a game, and obviously if you lose, it's not be all or end all. It's you learn from those mistakes, and we play other teams, or if we play them a second time, we're not going to be beaten twice. Yeah,
and it's good because you've got opportunities for new recruits, draftees, all those individuals that come into the club, for them to get out and show their wares, not just for the spectators, but also as your playing partners. So there's always that interest. You had a few personnel changes around the club and a few new additions in both Taranto and Hopper. How are those boys settling in at the club? Give us a little bit of insight into that. Yeah, you tell me, Morris.
Well, they've been awesome. They've settled in pretty well, and they said, because our coach is pretty good, they've settled in, and they've been loving it since they came in.
Tim's obviously got a great ability to find the ball. Jacob at the moment's not really playing because of injury. I noticed he was running laps the other day. What's Tim's sort of forte? What's he bring to the table that makes him a real standout, and what's going to be his best asset within the club?
Just his aggression, in and under. Yep. Now that he's probably going to get that 80% chance of going in the midfield, and you've got Kochi that's not going to play in that role anymore as much, so he's going to obviously bring that aggression, physicality. He's so clean in the midfield, so that's obviously one of his trademarks. He's nice and clean, and makes everyone around him look good as well, his teammates. So it's good to have Tim down, and he's going to be a real big asset for us and going forward. So
he uses the ball so well.
Yeah, he does, and obviously Hopper's not. He's obviously handling some injuries, but it's not an injury. It's what do you call it, like a minor...
Something that's just being managed.
Being cautious. So obviously he did play, and obviously just management loads, and obviously running around the oval. But I played footy with him at school, so we went to boarding school together as well.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Hop he's a nice bloke off field, and he's a competitor on field. So that's what we like. And
good.
I can't wait to run out with him. Soon.
That's exciting. Also, you had structural change. You just alluded to it before. I think Jack's referring to Trent as Trent Coleman. Is that something along those lines? What do you think about that move for him? Is that obviously it's advantageous for him? He's getting on in the latter stages of his career. What's his adjustment? What have you seen from him around the club?
Well, obviously he's been around for a long time, and he already knows the midfield really well, and now he's playing the forward line. So he's obviously had a crack there, and he's kicked a couple of goals at training. So that's probably why Jack saying that he's because I think he kicked 4 or 5 in one of the practice matches that when we played against each other. So that's probably where he got
settling in
Trent
nicely
Coleman.
then.
So, but he's going to be important player, like leadership wise.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of young fellas that are beside him, like Morris, and so he's there just to talk to the younger boys and set them up in the right position. So and obviously kicking a goal is a bonus. So if he can kick a few, it'll be nice. And Kane Corn's going to run. What was it? The 10 with number 9 on his back. So. Hopefully Trent can kick a few goals this year.
That would be nice. That would be very nice. I would like to see that. We obviously always like to talk about Dusty, but he looks like he's primed and ready. And I'm going to have to ask you here, Morris. You're working around. You've come into the club. You're now 17 games in, 16 goals, nearly a goal for every game. You a little bit awestruck when you first met him, or you were just like, "No, man, he's just another bloke. I'll be fine with all that."
Yeah, well, it was very intimidating meeting him. He was a bit quiet, so
he is.
He's Dusty Martin. I didn't want to be all.
Yeah.
But and once you get to know him, he's a good fella. But
daydreaming, yeah.
He's a good fella.
In respect to watching him go about his training, both in the gym and also out on the track, and then he's playing, what sort of instincts are you getting from that?
Yeah, well, pretty much this year he's put in a lot of work. He's been training, doing extras. It's awesome to see, and it's very encouraging. Makes me want to do it. So he's been putting in a lot of work, and probably wants it this year more than anything.
Do you go to him and ask him anything, or is he like always? No, mate, that's your spot. This is mine. No. What's it like?
Yeah, it's pretty chill. So I ask him anything. Pretty much ask him about his break, just anything really, and just have a laugh.
Yeah,
so
good.
It's awesome.
Okay, well, that's nice. Excellent. I wanted to bring it up because obviously you're all watching the game. I was out at Arden Street the other day. That little pass that came from virtually back 50, straight across the square, Dusty runs onto it and then dribbles it through. Mate, that was pretty well magic. That's what you want to see as a Richmond fan, I'd be guessing. But it looked bloody good. I wanted to ask you about Ryan. He was good switching between ruck and forward, but he played a fair bit down forward, giving you another tall target in the forward 50. Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Yeah, Critter. He's a...
Critter.
Yeah, that's his nickname, Critter. Yeah. I don't know why. I just copy a lot of other boys, so... now it's just stuck, so... No, he's coming along really well. Yeah. Obviously, if Nate goes down or any of our tools go down, he can play those roles, and... I think he mainly played, last year, ruck, and now he's playing a little bit of forward. So, and he did well on Friday. Sorry. Yeah. So he's coming along real nice, and
bit of versatility about him. Takes the ball at the highest point in the mark, and he's kicking. Obviously, the wind didn't do him any favours, but it looks like he's a real good find for you down there.
Yeah, he is. Obviously, I think he played one game not too long ago, actually, at an AFL level. So obviously that's a little bit of a taste for him, and obviously he will learn from one of his games, and now hopefully more games under his belt in the future as well. Gets more games in the AFL. He's going to be a good find for us, and
that's probably the beauty about the practice matches, and you would have found that as well, and you all would have, because you're not just going out there and playing your existing role or the role that you've always done. You might get flicked around a little bit. Do you find where's your role best suited for you? Where do you like to play?
just forward.
Yeah, I just love those goals.
Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes I get stuck on the wing when I'm trying to get on the field from the bench. So. Yeah. But nah, I just love.
That's where you're best at, so it's a lie. Yeah. You're a nice little goal sneaker around the goals. There's no reason that you can't be honest and say that. Dion Prestia, mate, he looked really, really good. Now, he's had a lot of soft tissue injuries of late. He's missed quite a few games in 21, 22. It'd be great to see him get a full season under his belt. He uses the ball really well because he's in and under, but he was quite positive out there the other day. What was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we love playing with Dion. He makes our side much more, better.
Yeah.
Obviously, I reckon if he, has a good run this year, he'll be a smoky for the Brownlow. So he's a really, really good player. And,
yes.
I think if he's, injury free, he's going to be a really, really dominant player for us.
Absolutely. He's a great little meatball, that one. We love him down there. Wanted to go into this, though, boys. I wanted to have a little bit of a chat with you, just a little bit of Richmond stuff. I wanted to go into this. Let's talk a little bit about you guys. I wanted to delve into a little of the Rioli family tree, and I wanted to do it with the utmost respect, with acknowledgement to the Aboriginals past and present. But Cyril Rioli Sr. Had sons, two of them. We had 8, obviously, but 2 of them, Sebastian, commonly known as Sibby. He was Dean's father, and another brother was called Morris, okay? Not that I'm telling you anything you don't know. Who was your grandfather, whose number you now wear with obviously enormous pride. He played 118 games with Richmond, which was fabulous because out of those 118 games, 2-time best and fairest winner and a Norm Smith medalist in 1982. That's a pretty amazing career. Wow! I was really blown away by that. Then there is your next generation of the Riolis. You've got Cyril Jr., your uncle. He played 189 games with Hawthorn, 4-time premiership player with the Hawks, another Norm Smith medalist in 2015, 3-time All-Australian and Goal of the Year in 2009. That's good breeding. That's good blood within the ranks. Then there's Willie, or as he is now commonly known as Junior, who has just switched clubs, moving from West Coast to Port. Then come you two. Daniel, currently sitting on 137 games in New Morris. Junior sitting on 17 games. How proud are you boys of your heritage, and what is it like playing together? There's a lot to take in there, but you know most of it already.
Which one should I answer first?
Let's just go. What's it like playing together for you two now? It must be nearly a dream. Daniel, actually, if you don't mind, probably answer it first, because it's great that you've had your games under the belt, but now you've got Morris Jr. alongside you.
Yeah, first of all, obviously never thought this time would come where I get to run around on the MCG at the highest level that we could ever reach, and to obviously have Morris come in, it's I just feel so grateful and humble to have my little uncle running. Yeah, it's pretty weird, isn't it? He's my uncle and he's younger than me. But yeah, it is pretty special and something I'll never ever forget for the rest of my life. So
how wonderful.
Growing up, actually, I've got a funny story. Actually, growing up, I used to go to his house. This is way before I got drafted. Right. I had no idea how to make scrambled eggs. He would always make scrambled eggs for me. But just thinking about those days and how we grew up, and then obviously I got drafted, and he went to Scotch College for a bit, and we sort of had the same schooling. So I went to Ballarat for 4 years, and he went to Scotch for probably a bit longer, I reckon. 3 years. But we both went to boarding school, which was very hard. Obviously, I had to make a lot of sacrifices along the way. For sure. Living away from home, and I got drafted, and just thinking that Morris is a father's son, and I just never thought the day would come. And then when he obviously got drafted, I was just over the moon, and still couldn't believe that one day I'm gonna run out on the MCG with him, and that's obviously happened now. And I'll still pinch myself to this day because it's pretty special. And I've got he's got his younger sister coming up as well, so there's still more Riolis coming through. Still more.
Bring them all on, I say. How does that make you feel hearing that?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Just bring it. Sorry, just
it's awesome. Like, I never thought I would be playing with Daniel. Wow. Until we played our first game in the VFL together, and then but it was pretty special when we played in the G together.
Yeah.
As 2 kids growing up from the islands.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Tell us, what was it like for you when you've finally been given the Richmond jumper and you go to put it on for the first time? You're standing down in the change rooms. You're not a fan. You're not a supporter. You're actually playing for the Richmond Football Club. What was that feeling like for you?
Yeah, well, it was also my first time, even though there was no fans there. It was dead.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We could hear each other, that's about it. But no, it was pretty special.
Yeah.
It was a moment that I would never forget.
Yeah.
Going alongside Daniel as well was awesome.
Well, the other thing that I alluded to in that little diatribe that I went through was that I was suggesting about the heritage of the family. When you talk about obviously Sibby, and then you talk about Dean, and then you talk about obviously just going right through to Cyril, and then we now talk about you two. When we talk about the Riolis in football folklore, you guys you've just about done everything. I read out what Cyril was capable of, what Morris Senior was capable of. Tell us about that heritage. What's it like? I mean, when you go back home and you go to the Tiwi Islands, I know that you've recently been back. You went back over Christmas and so forth. What's it like when you go back in? How does everyone treat you? What's the whole vibe like?
It's actually it's not what people would think. We go back home. There's not family just leave you alone. They don't harass you or anything. Even just the local community, like they treat you as Daniel, not the football player. So when I go back home, we just feel relief. It's good to just get back home and refresh and take our mind off footy and having a big family. We rarely talk about footy.
Wow.
Funnily enough, so we do kick the footy around like to my little nephews or my little cousins, but we rarely talk about AFL.
Okay.
But yeah, it is always good to get back home because we always go fishing, hunting, and then football's like not even the priority over there. So,
which is hence the reason you love going back there so much. How much time do you get during the year to go back? Like if you could put it into a ballpark over Christmas, New Year, that sort of thing.
I'll try and go back. Obviously, Christmas break, straight after the season. Probably twice, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah, but
nice.
It's always good to get back home. Like I said, it's a refresher. Takes my mind off footy and gets to re-energise and come back feeling fresh for the new year. Yep. It's always good to get back home.
For sure. I know that this is a Richmond show, but I just wanted to ask, with Willie Jr. coming from Perth and then going into South Australia, hard decision for him, was it? Did you guys ever have a chat?
No, I don't think it was hard for him. Yep. Obviously, that's where he played most of his footy as well before getting drafted. So he's got a lot of mates there as well.
Okay.
So I think that decision was pretty easy for him.
Yep.
Obviously, and then his mum also she has to go to hospital as well. So that's where normally where she goes in Adelaide. That's where she always goes and gets treatments and all that. So that's probably an easy sort of decision for him to make. And family comes first for us. So he's made a good decision to go to Port and live in Adelaide.
Yeah, nice. And did you get the chance to go back home over this period as well?
No, I didn't. But I will sometime soon when there's a longer break. There's a 3-day break coming up, but that's not long enough.
Nice. Okay, so you head back then?
Probably not, because it's not a long break.
Right,
it's a long
okay.
break.
So when do you think you might be able to?
Probably, I'm not sure.
Okay, all right. We'll just tell everybody that you're going to be there soon.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, sorry about that, but anyway. So obviously I did discuss that. The point that I wanted to allude to, and you said it quite clearly there, Daniel, was that when you get away and you're out of the Melbourne bubble and you're out of the football bubble, it must be just so nice to be yourself and be accepted by everybody, that you, family, friends, and just get back to that really nice, quiet lifestyle.
Yeah.
Fishing, so important.
Yeah. Oh, it is. That's what, obviously before you get drafted, I wanted to be a fishing guide. So,
right.
Obviously I want to get back home as much as I can and do a lot of fishing, and that just refreshes everything.
Brilliant. Recharge your batteries.
That's my probably hobby outside of footy as well. So fishing or going hunting or whatever it is. So anything outdoors is probably my go-to.
And you have the same kind of passion?
Yeah, pretty much. When I'm back home, I probably go on the beach or on the boat whenever I can. Yeah. Just go fishing.
Brilliant. Yeah, I get it. All right. Well, I'm sure I, like everyone else here tonight, wish you both the very best with your AFL careers for this season and beyond. Also, just wanted to mention before we move on, Jason Castagna retired, 134 games under his belt, 127 goals. I thought it was really honest. He came out and he said, I've just fallen out of love with football. Is that...
Yeah, obviously, you know, George has had a tough run. He's been criticised a lot, but that's probably what... outside of our four walls, what they see, and they do criticise him a lot, but in our four walls, he plays a critical role for us, and I was a part of that as well, playing that small forward role,
sure.
where I'm running down the wing, trying to help out the wingers and not getting traded into the where the contest is, where the ball's going. So it's a hard role to play, and you know, you obviously got to sacrifice a lot to not get the ball for your other teammates to get the ball and score. So. You know, you're lucky to get a goal or two, but that's probably, you know, it's obviously tough for him, and I know where he's coming from because I was in the same shoes as him. So
there you go.
But obviously, you know, 3-time premiership player, he doesn't get any of it. 3 or 2, not too sure.
3.
Yeah. 3? Yeah, 3. Yeah. So yeah, he's obviously, you know, you can't complain. You know, you got 3 medals under your belt.
Absolutely, great career.
Played over 100 games now, so. Yeah. He's obviously going to be missed by us, and obviously he had a funny joke about him missing goals. So,
I was going to say that too.
But he's got a good personality, George. So no, he's definitely going to be missed. But off field, he's probably one of those clowns that, you know, talk a lot of smack and makes the boys, you know, get up before the game. So
brilliant. Yeah. I thought it was a bit of tongue in cheek too. I did like the phrase. I think I'm paraphrasing here, but it was. I'd like to thank all the Richmond supporters for all the points that I kicked, which was really nice. A nice way to go out on his terms. Well done. All right. Last thing I wanted to say here is. Talk about this one, boys. Round 1, Tigers v Blues, Thursday, March 16, 7:20 p.m. MCG. How much are you looking forward to that? Both going to be running out together?
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. Obviously, a big game, round 1. Hopefully my first round 1, so... Yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps for you.
Yeah, well, no, it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. 80,000
people, thereabouts. It'd be great to see that. Carlton people up and about, Richmond people up and about, MCG, round 1, kick it off, get into it. I wish you boys the best of luck, not just for that game, for the whole season. Look after yourselves, get fit, be healthy, get back to the Tiwi Islands when you can. Please put your hands together for the boys. Thank you. Let's introduce the segment, though. It's called Simply the Best. There you go. All right, so Amy and Damien, welcome to the show. Simply the Best is the segment. What's going to be happening here is Daniel's going to keep score for you for each question that you get right, all right? And Morris Jr. is going to keep score for you, Amy, for each question that you get right. So what's going to happen is I'll ask the question. Your buzzer is your name. Okay. So could you please test your buzzer?
Amy.
Just come a little bit closer, Amy.
Amy.
That's better.
Damo.
All right, good. Your buzzers are working, that's good. So we're going to start with your first question. As soon as you think you know the answer, buzz in. You boys are going to have your score paddles here. As I told you, we spend a lot of money on this show. Those score paddles, woo-wee. So each time that the person that you're representing gets one right, you guys just flip it all over. Here comes your first question. Get ready to buzz in. How many premierships has your club won?
Damo.
13. Correct, mate. He's off the mark. He was very confident too. Did you see that? Here we go. How many times has your team played in a losing grand final?
Amy.
Oh, Amy, just...
I'm going to take a guess. It's going to be 4.
No. Damo.
10.
No, it was 12. Bad luck. All right, here we go. Who is your team's captain?
Damo.
Toby
Nankervis and Dylan Grimes.
Correct. That's just for 1 point. Off to it. Who wears the number 7 at your club?
Damien.
Yes. Quick, mate.
Liam Baker.
There you go. All right, you got it. Closest to within 1,000, how many members did your club finish up with at the end of 2022?
Damo. 104,000.
104,000. It's a little bit high. Do you want to have a go, Amy?
Oh, I don't know that one, sorry.
No, you're right. You can just have a guess. Have a stab. Have a stab somewhere
110?
around... 110. If you'd have gone the other way, it would have been all right. You actually finished up with 100,535 at the end of season 2022. All right. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season?
Damo.
Amy.
Ooh, Damo.
8th.
No. Amy.
7th.
Yes, there it is. All right. Morris is happy. He's finally doing something up here. He's like, well done, Amy. All right. He was like, well, what do I do up here? He knows now. That's good. So excellent. Well done. Thank you, Amy. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
Damo.
12.
12.
That would be wrong. Amy.
10.
Oh, other way, darling. 13.
Oh.
All right. Where did your team... What year did your team last win a grand final?
Damo. 2020.
And who did they play?
Geelong.
There you go. 1 point. Beautiful. How many points did you win that grand final by?
Damo. 32.
No. Amy.
What was the question again, sorry?
How many points did you win that grand final by?
23?
No. 31.
Oh.
All right.
I was drinking. Can't remember.
It's all right. It's all the lights. It's all the cameras. It's the action. So it's 1 versus 4. This is for 2 points, Amy, so you might catch up. Damo, get ready. Here you go. For 2 points, what year and who was the last Richmond player to win a Norm Smith medal?
Damo. 2020, Dustin Martin.
There it is. 2 points. Well done. You've got it. This is for another 2 points. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2022 and how many goals? Damo.
Tom Lynch. 53.
It was Tom Lynch, but it wasn't 53. Amy, would you like to have a guess at the number of goals that he kicked?
60?
Oh, did you say 60-something?
63?
Yes! Hey! All right. Morris is kicking me under the table here. He really wants to participate. All right, yes. So you get a point each there, guys. Well done. Now, this is for 3 points. It's player, year and votes.
Oh, Jesus.
All right? Who was the last Richmond player to win a Brownlow medal? What year and how many votes did they poll?
Damo.
Amy.
Damo.
Dustin Martin, 2017, 31.
You've got 2 points. You've got the person, you've got the year, but not the votes. Amy, can you tell us how many votes?
36.
Well done, Amy. 2 points, Damo. 1 point, Amy. All right, what are we looking at? 6 versus 3. All right, you need to get the next 2 just to lose by 1, Amy. All right. Okay. And he's tall too.
I know.
All right, here we go. I'll give you 3 player names. I want you to add up their jumper numbers, okay? Once you buzz in, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to do the little calculator in your brain and work it all out. So I'll give you the 3 player names. I want you to add up their jumper numbers and give me the combined total of all 3 jumpers. Here's your first one. Maurice Rioli Jr., Nick Vlosten, Trent Cotchin.
Damo. 20.
20 it is. Done. All right. Here's your last question. Okay. Look at that. He's very happy. All right. Here's your last one. Add up the 3 jumper numbers again. Jaden Short, Toby Namkervis, Marlon Pickett.
Damo.
Let's
go 60.
No. Amy, free shot.
90?
Well done. 90 it is. Excellent. Congratulations. That's brilliant. All right. That was simply the best. You guys were simply the best. Put your hands together for them, please. There you go. Hey, Damo, you were bloody brilliant, mate, to be honest. I'm going to get past this to Daniel. Daniel, could you give that to Amy? Amy, that's your runner-up prize, okay? It's something, you know. But Damo, for winning, Yamaha $190 earbuds so you can listen to the footy without anyone disturbing you. They're yours. Congratulations. Well done. Good on you, champ. Simply the Best was proudly brought to you by Yamaha and the Big Picture people. They are the experts in home theatre technology. The Big Picture people are located in Hoppers Crossing, Clyde North, South Morang, Cheltenham Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. That was great. Well done, Damo. Not a bad little segment, was it?
Not bad. I reckon Morris would be good at that.
Yeah, I reckon so too. So what we're going to do here, you'll have 45 seconds on the clock. The boys are going to keep score. So what's going to happen here is we'll keep it in sequence. So because Ethan is on this side, we'll get Morris Jr. to keep score for you. And then Daniel's going to keep score for you, Jacob. All right, we're all cool with that? So 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts on your first question, and your time starts now. Number 50.
Marlon Pickett.
Correct. Number 2.
Dylan Grimes.
Correct. Number 7.
Liam Baker.
Correct. Number 30.
Pass.
Tom Brown. Number 9.
Trent Cotchin.
Correct. Number 41.
Pass.
Sam Banks. Number 10.
Morris Rioli.
Correct. Number 27.
Pass.
Thompson Dow. Number 6.
Pass.
Pass. Robbie Tarrant. Number 13.
Oh, God. Pass.
Hugo Rouse Smith. Number 33.
Pass.
Camden McIntosh. Number 14. I'll give it to you if you can get it. I'll give it to you. Number 14.
Tim Tyrano.
Yes. All right. Well done. What did you finish up with? 7. Well done. Well done. Good on you, champ. The pressure's on, but you did really well. Congratulations. That's a good score. Now, Jacob, you can see how it works. Now you're going to be coming up next. So, oh, look at that fist pump. Oh, look out. Things are getting serious up here now. All right, there we go. All right, so your time's going to start with your first one. Are you feeling comfortable? You ready to go?
Yep.
All right, here we go, mate. Here comes your first one. Number 17.
Daniel Rioli.
Correct. Number 38.
Pass.
Noah Cumberland. Number 20.
Pass.
Ivan Soldo. Number 5.
Jack Ross.
Correct. Number 21. Shh.
Pause. Pass.
Pause, pass. Noah Bolter. Number 22.
22.
Pass. Jacob Hopper. Number 3.
Dion Prestia.
Good. Well done. Number 25.
Pass.
Toby Nankervis. Number 28.
Pass.
Josh Gibson. Number 4.
Dustin Martin.
Yes. All right. Number 29. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Who is? Oh, Shea Bolton. All right, what did you finish up with? Total score of 4. Don't worry, everything's good. That was fine. You did well. Both of you did exceptionally well. That segment's called Who Are You? And I love that you got up here and I love that you had a go. We have to have a winner. We have to have a runner-up. We don't have any losers here. We only have runner-ups, all right? So the winner, Daniel's going to reach down there. There's a Buffalo sports bag, Daniel. Can you see that there? Yeah. If you could please hand that to our winner. That's yours. Congratulations, all right?
Oh, yeah!
At the same time, if you wouldn't mind, Jacob, that's yours. That's good footy football. Good on you, boys. Thanks for playing. Well done. We're going to introduce a segment. It's called Let's Stick Together. I like that. Daniel goes, you weren't looking at that sheet, were you? You weren't cheating, were you? Yeah. He knows his uncle very well. All right, the way this works, boys, let's stick together, is we know that you guys are pretty close, obviously, right? There's bloodlines there. I'm going to give you a topic, and we just want you to see if you can both answer the question by giving the same answer, right? And Chase here is going to actually help me to make sure that you boys are on the mark. Now, the way that it works is there's 10 questions, all right? If you get 10 right, you guys are twins. If you get 7 right, you're just mates. If you're 5 right, you're just friends. If you get 3 right, you're only strangers. And if you only get 1 right, you barely know each other, all right? So what's going to happen is I'm going to read out a particular question, then I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3, and you guys have to give me your answer, okay? On the count of 3 at the same time. Are you ready to go?
Nope.
Good. All right, here's your first question, both at the same time. What's your favourite ground to play on around Australia? 1, 2, 3.
G.
MCG.
I said G.
Yeah, oh, he said G, that'll do. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, all right. Jacob, Chase, that's 1 point. How good's that? Chase is right onto it too, by the way. All right, the team you like to beat the most? 1, 2, 3.
Collingwood.
Port Adelaide.
Oh, Port Adelaide and Collingwood. Oh, okay, all right. Not in sync there. That's okay. No point there, Chase. Who's a bit tight with cash at the club? 1, 2, 3.
Shea Bolton.
All right. Like it when you're in sync like that. How good is that?
He's on good money and he still won't shout.
Won't part with it, mate.
Yeah, he won't take us out for dinner.
Yeah, really. Ask everyone to chip in when you go through the tolls. Wow. All right. Okay. Which player gets his shirt off just a bit too much down at the club? 1, 2, 3.
Cumberland.
I don't know.
No. Okay. All right. No points there. We didn't get anything out of that. All right. After the siren, who is the player that you want with the ball in their hands to win the game? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Dustin Martin.
There you go. Dusty Martin. That was unanimous, Chase. Would you say that too? Yeah. Okay. All right, good for you.
Morris was going to say himself.
But if it's on the 50, obviously Daniel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, good. All right. Looking after him. I like it. Day or twilight grand final? Just say day or twilight. 1, 2, 3.
Twilight.
Why Twilight?
Why not?
Wow. Controversy. Wow. There you go. No points there, Chase. All right, here we go. What's better, mark or goal of the year? 1, 2, 3.
Goal of the year.
The reason why I said that is I already kicked
Yeah. I hear. All right, what are we looking at? 3. These guys barely know each other. How
many questions left?
You've got 2 more questions, so you've got a chance to redeem yourself here. Let's see how you go. Who has absolutely no dress sense at the Richmond Football Club? Think about it. 1, 2, 3.
Marlon Pickett.
Good, you got it. Good, excellent. All right, this is always controversial, this one. Should tomato sauce be kept in the fridge or in the cupboard? 1, 2, 3.
Cupboard.
Fridge.
Well, we finish up with 4. So they're somewhere between strangers and friends. All right, well done. That was good. I love it. Hey, Chase, congratulations, mate. Just for keeping score and helping out, you get a footy. And you get a shake of the hand. That was wonderful. All right, that was good. All right. I just want to acknowledge to everybody, thank you very much for not only attending this evening, but participating in the show, the segments, the raffle tickets, the photos, the autographs. It's a full package when you get along to a That's Good Footy panel show. And while I speak of that, I just want to allude to the fact we've got quite a few shows coming up, and I'm just going to read them out to you very quickly. Our next show is on March the 8th, which we'll be doing at the Craigieburn Sporting Club with Collingwood's Tom Mitchell and Jack Crisp. Get it off your chest now. All right. And then on March the 15th, we'll be at the waterfront on the pier in Port Melbourne with Western Bulldogs players Jamara Ugle-Hagan and Tom Liberatore. That'll be a funny show because Tom Liberatore is a stitch. Then on March the 22nd, we'll have Jack Steele and Jack Bytel joining us from the St Kilda Football Club live at the Mulgrave Country Club. Then on the 29th, we've got Adam Chera and Tom de Koning back here at the Italian Sports Club in Werribee. Then on April the 5th, Richmond Tigers players Toby Nankervis and Tim Taranto will be joining us at the Craigieburn Sporting Club in Craigieburn. And then on April the 12th, Melbourne players Tom McDonald and Tom Sparrow live from the Mulgrave Country Club in Wheelers Hill. And rounding us off up until April the 19th, Collingwood's Patrick Lipinski and Daniel McStay will be joining us at the waterfront on the pier in Port Melbourne. Remember, you can only purchase tickets through the That's Good for Footy website, www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au/events, or click on the links in the That's Good for Footy Facebook post. That's the only place where you can purchase your tickets. What I want to do now, and I just did say it, but thank you, all right? We haven't been out to this side of town for about 4 or 5 years. COVID, that was another issue. Thank God that's not here anymore. But anyway, we're really rapt to come back over to this side of town. I wasn't saying that when I was stuck in traffic and I was only doing 12 kilometres an hour for 15 Ks. But that doesn't matter. We're here. We had a bloody good time with you guys tonight. What I want you to do is just thank Sam, my sound engineer, please. He's fabulous at what he does. He's brilliant. Jaden, that looks after all our social media content now. And the lovely Sandy. Please put your hands together for her. And whilst you're feeling that warm love and affection, could you please put your hands together for Daniel Rioli and Morris Rioli Jr. You're not only wonderful ambassadors of the Richmond Football Club, you are an absolute testament to the Rowley name. You're wonderful people. I love chatting with you both. You've brought your best along tonight. Thank you very much for just being part of the show. Pick up your microphones, let us know. Tell the fans, did you have a good time tonight and what you thought?
Had a beautiful time. It's been a while. But like I said before, we can't wait to be back at the footy round one and hopefully get over the line against the Blues.
How good's that?
Yeah, it was so good. It was fun. Thanks for coming down. Yeah, it was good to have a laugh. So
good. It's nice to get away from the footy hype. I'm looking forward to seeing these two boys get out on the MCG. Oh, it doesn't matter where they play as long as they're out there together. Thanks for sharing all your stories tonight. It's been bloody wonderful having you both here. I just want to say again, thank you to everyone for attending. My name's Damien. This has been the That's Good for Footy panel show. We hope to see you again real soon. April the 19th would be April the 15th, April the 10th, 5th. Yeah, there you go. So many shows. I think I've got you here, Brenda. April the 5th, we hope to see you at that one. Been great seeing you. My name's Damien. We'll see you all again soon. Cheers, everyone. Thank you. Good night.